Hey everybody, Sneaky here from Sneaky Gaming. Go my fifth episode of this uh, Factorio world. Last time I finished up getting the copper and all the smelting arrays laid out there, and I also built out this green circuit array here. So I think we're just about ready to move on. In the in between, when I was looking at what I wanted to do, I basically need to build out two little mall areas because I'm tired of running all the way down here because I'm kind of slow right now. Running all the way back up here do some building, running all the way back down here to do some, yeah, that's kind of annoying. Um, this, well, let me get back in here. This quick start base, this is by Nilos. It's been a really good base. It's basically taking me all the way through the red and green sciences. I just have a few more out here. I'll go ahead and continue on these researches here just to be completionist. But this base right here is actually pretty good at getting you all the way through red and green if you want. It's also using up this introductory area of iron. Looks like I've got one of my coal is out, and everything else is pretty good. Up there's one, two. Looks like this side's getting pretty close to being mined out over here. Only one left as we go through. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and lay out a new blueprint, and I'll be building out a lot of these things by hand, but honestly, when you talk about a mall, you really are better off using some of the blueprints out there. And there's a YouTuber out there, really nice lady. Really, she was the one that got me into Factorio, um, and that's Katherine of Sky, KOS. She's really, really good at this. She loves her trains. And I actually enjoy watching just her content altogether. She's been out of Factorio for a little bit, but uh, as with everybody with this 1.0 release, has been going through and putting things out. Now she has a mall, and basically there's two versions of this. There's three versions. Um, you have the military mall because I'm playing with biters. I want to get that out there as quick as possible. You have your early game mall, and you'll notice that this has uh, quite a few of those items that um, are red right now because I haven't researched them yet. But we'll go ahead and put this out here. And the reason there's such a big space in between here is because, yes, it went down. Later on, there is this end game version of this, or mid game, where you actually build out some additional stuff. So for right now, we're just going to work with those blueprints, and I do use blueprints whenever I'm building out something like this. Okay, um, we'll go ahead and drop this down because I do want to get my military up and going as quick as possible because I do need to start thinking about defenses quite a bit more. And the way typically these blueprints work is, uh, like this one is looking at building out red. Um, uh, what is this called? Piercing ammunition. This is the red ammunition I handcrafted earlier. This is the ratio that you need to have for that. It also makes out a few of these um, turrets so that we can have those whenever we come up. I'm also going to build in a bit of a stone wall, and we'll make some stone walls, or make some stones. We'll build out some stone wall stuff here. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this built so that we're ready to go. This is one of the reasons that I went ahead and put the green circuits first, is because once you start getting down here into your mall area, you'll notice I have a need for some green circuits. And I could have built those elsewhere, but I like to move things down the mall. Although I will be having to bring some things back up later on. But at this point, if I can get the basics, the green circuits, the copper, the iron, the steel, that'll hold me out pretty well there. Okay, So let's go ahead and just run this. Whoop. Nope, I got to take it a little further out. We'll go ahead and run our I believe that's where I want to be. And I'm just going to go ahead and just run this one straight through so that we get the experience of watching one of these go. And yeah, sometimes having that little tick is carpal. I can't even pronounce speak today, but is a carphagic. It just sounds good. So we'll go ahead and do that. You'll notice as I'm building out my green circuits, my iron just drops off here, and here in a second my copper is going to start drumming down, and so we'll have that out there as well. Okie dokie. So I need to pull off. This is coming back. So here I need to have one full belt of iron and a half belt of copper and a half belt of steel. So if we take that and we think, okay, our copper's got to come in here. If I come back an extra step here and put the drop here, what I can do is that, how do I want to do this? Do I want to do it there? I don't. I want to go ahead and do it right. I'll do it right in line. There we go. But what I have to have here is something like this. There we go. Okay. And here we're going to have our iron coming in. So that's fairly easy. We need to have that. Okay, it goes all the way down. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Silly, silly me. There we go. Alright, so there's the iron, and I need to have the steel coming down right here. So this will... how does this go? I should go and pop the steel off right there. We'll do that. And then we'll start jumping. And from here, though, you probably just jump that all together, make it look a little bit nicer. There's that. Okay. And I think that is everything that I need. Oh, I'm out of belt, so let's run down here and pick up some belt. Yes, a long trip. What else do I need while I'm here? There's belt. I need splitters. Might as well pick those up. Any sort of these? I don't think so. And my undergrounds are pretty good. One thing I will do, this is just a cheap way to get a few extra belts and inserters, is just come up here and pick these up off of the green belt line. Yeah, it'll still the green research, but I'm so far ahead on research right now, it's not even funny. Alright, I'm going to go over here. I did see some miners that needed to be picked up on my copper. And so while I'm in the area, I might as well pick those up. Anything with a red light on it has been mined out, so there's no more ore in that little patch right there. So eventually I'm going to have to expand my mining operation to take that into consideration. That's why I went ahead and overbuilt that. I went ahead and put a few extra miners because I knew they would be dropping out before too long. Alright, so there's that. That. And looks like I need a blue here. Need to go and get me out of these here and start building out some of those iron chests. Put those on my hotbar just so they're there. And what else do I need? Some long-handled inserters. Blue inserter. Blue, long-handled. And yellow. Alright, is there any inserters that I'm missing? I'll put some red ones here. Red ones there. And everything else looks pretty good. Alright, time to power this puppy up. Oh, I need to have those. That little box there. A couple of boxes here. And filter inserters. So, build a couple of those. And let's just put that there and there. And let's make sure they're filtered out good. Okay. Okay, so this these two yellows ammunition makers are putting out. They're going to be stored in the box here. The box is buffered down there. They will then come out and feed into these reds. Piercing ammunition. That's good. Why are you... Oh, because it hasn't made it down all the way yet. Okay. And then we have those here, which will buff back up and buffer on the line. We're going to put 2 stacks of those and a row of those. Alright, so that is the initial build of the ammunition. So I'm going to have a lot of ammunition, and as you can tell, I'm going to start needing it because I'm starting to get out in this area where there's biters. There's biters around here. If you remember last episode, I took care of the biters that were up there. Pollution-wise, pollution is doing okay. Looks like this will be the next base that'll get triggered. Most likely. Yeah, most likely as we go through. So, all right. So now on to the more interesting build. This build right here is designed to do several things. First off, this little array right here. First off, you're building up a lot of gears so that you have gears. So you always need gears. Then the gears are going into yellow belts. Yellow belts are feeding into the red belts. Red belts will eventually feed into the blue belts, which is in-game stuff. Then you have some machines down here that are making some other boxes. She's got assembly machine 1s out here. I've got assembly machine 2s in my inventory. I want to go... I think I'll go pick up those assembly machine 1s that I have, and we'll use those on that one. This one I'm a little bit okay with having the faster machines, but a mall doesn't need to produce fast, it just needs to produce steady. And basically, while you're away building something, building out the next outpost or something like that, your mall is building the machines that you need to build your outpost. So you'll go to your mall, you'll pick up your basic stuff, and then from there it will allow you to keep on going. So I only had 25. What does it take to build those? Gears, electronic circuits, and that. How many electronic circuits do I have? I've got some gears. How many of these can I build? 34. We'll go ahead and build them. Just going to handcraft these while I'm making my way back over, because I do need to have some more assembly machines up there, looks like. Alrighty. Now, one thing you can do if you want to move faster is, first off, you can put stone blocks down and make a pathway. That lets you run faster, but I'm also running on the belts, and that lets me run a little bit faster. And later on, we'll get the technology that allows us to put faster legs on as we go. So that'll be something we can definitely do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just start laying out some of these machines. And I'm only going to lay out the machines that actually have a recipe on them first, because I am running a little bit lower on the machines than what I would like to have later. But once this gets kicked off, I will be able to add them back in. I probably don't even need to add those red machines in there, but if they've got a recipe, I'm going to go ahead and put the machine down for us. We'll leave those off. This is where we're building out our oil stuff. So we have oil that we're going to have to go pick up in a little bit. Probably a couple episodes from now we'll get into oil. Because next episode, I think what I want to do is I want to get into building out our... I'm almost out, and I don't think I have enough machines. Oh yeah, I'm going to be good. Okay. I could put some blue machines in there. We'll go back and we'll pick something up. I'm sure we'll have a need to do that in a minute. Okay. So, just like before, we're going to have our steel and copper come up. Whoops. You don't know how hard it is to draw straight lines and not cover over what you're trying to not cover over. That's going to be all um, iron, which is cool. All right, more science. We'll just keep on going through these one at a time. I could probably choose a little bit better on this, but I think going through there is pretty good. We'll get into cliff explosives. We've got our modules down here. Yeah, it looks like we're just about running out of our sciences that we can do. So next episode, working on science is going to be pretty much key here. And I'm going to be making a lot of trips over to the jumpstart base, just because it takes a lot of belt to make something like this. And that's why this is so important to have a good blueprint, one that you trust, one that you know is going to work for you. Like I said, there's several that are out there, and you can definitely use any that you find will meet your needs. But again, like I said, Katherine of Sky does a really good model. There's more compact models out there. There's some that are spaced out differently. But again, just find one that you like and go with it. All right. So this will be our green circuits. See if I have to jump over anything else out here. I do. This thing right here is called a RoboPort. It allows you to have robots, and yes, we'll have robots later. It'll be kind of cool. Okie dokie. What else do I have here? I've got this line here. Oh. Sorry about that. I'm just going to go ahead and clear out my inventory before I head back over to the jumpstart base. I know I ought to be getting some of this stuff actually making, but I'm just going to go ahead and follow the blueprint and trust that it works later on down the road, okay? Man, look at that mess. Okay, so I'm out of those. Let's get these undergrounds and get them laid out here. When you're following a blueprint like this, I always expect to miss something. So once I do get the factory here up and running, I will hang around here and make sure that everything that I'm expecting to be running is running like I want it to be, and then we'll go on from there. Oh, the undergrounds. Alright, so that's out there. Let's do these left to right ones now. Or actually, let's see if we can just do some that are here. Okay, I'm out of those. Now let's get the last of these splitters in. Splitter goes there. Alright, so I'm out of those. I'll go ahead and leave the inserters in my inventory just for a second until I get down here. Mining it. More miners mined out. Iron's starting to tap out a little bit. I can still build out a little bit more iron. Yeah, the iron's getting bad. But we'll make do. Coal's getting tapped out a little bit. I like that. Okie dokie. So, pretty much need everything that I have in here. Why have you not been building anything? I see one. That's okay. We'll go ahead and upgrade those last ones as we go through. Probably need those. We'll need those. I don't need those, but I will take some more belt. Alright. I realize some of these belts I probably don't need to be worried about right now because I don't have some of this material, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and set it in there anyway. Anything else that way? Doesn't look like it. Right now I'm just building out the belts going one direction, and then I'll come back and do the ones in the other direction. Still have plenty of belt, that's nice. Alright. By the way, that is one of the most annoying sounds in Factorio, is that blah. That's when you're trying to put something down that you just can't quite reach. Ah! Wish I would quit doing that, but... what was supposed to be here? Okay. Hope I have that belt right. I'll have to check it later. You know, you think you have a lot of belt, and all of a sudden you're down to your last 100. Man. I know y'all are going to hate me for leaving those costs in, but I'm not going to edit them out. Okay, get all my splitters. Okay, now it's underground times again. Looks like I need to do undergrounds from here. Y'all see any more undergrounds for me? I don't think so. Looks like we have some steel chests in here. And I do have some steel on me, so let's go ahead and make those up while we're here. And now comes the fun part. I can leave off all of those. I need to get these in here. Leave off those. I'm only putting down inserters where I see a recipe, so I may end up missing something. If I was building this right, I would have already had the power and materials coming in. No recipes there. Out of blues. Now let's go back and look at the yellows. Oh, I didn't need to do that, but oh well. Missed the blue one right there. Alright, we're 40 minutes in. That's a pretty long episode here. We'll get going. I tell you what, I think I'll take a break here on this episode, get it uploaded, and I will come back and finish this, connect it up on the episode tomorrow. So, if you like this this content, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like, tell me that you want to see more of the different format. The first 3 or 4 episodes I did differently. I did a straight through. I did a lot of a speed run where I did a time lapse. I did one where I put a lot of jump cuts in there. Tell me which format you like the best, and we'll make some adjustments to how I go about this. So, anyway, if you like this, please consider subscribing. Give me a like, thumbs up, comments down below. Let me know you're interested in this. Anyway, this is Sneaky signing off, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.